Good afternoon, everyone. We're back again with another interview. Today, we bring you another inspirational individual. Who am I with today?
Hello, my name is Tshepang Odirile. I'm the founder and co-owner of Urban Cravings restaurant and cafe right here in the University of Botswana by Student Center.
Man. Before we start talking about your business, I'd like to know more about you. Who is Tshepang?
Okay, Tshepang is a fourth-year student pursuing his degree in Business Information Systems. He's a Christian. He's an athlete, goes to the gym, reads books. That's really me in a nutshell. I'm a guy that's outgoing. I like pursuing things. I truly believe in hard work. It pays off at some point, Yeah, that's about me.
So, how did you end up going into your business? The restaurant business is one of the most difficult businesses to go into. What inspired you to say, okay, I'm going into this business. I want to open my own restaurant?
Yeah, it's actually quite a funny story. What happened was in school here, every academic year, they release a petition, not a petition, rather a proposal where you can own one of the spots in UB for students. So we have one in Student Center. There's 4 spots right in Student Center. One of them is for students. And then there's one in Business Block, the Coffee Cavern. Then there's one right here in front of the library. So what happened was we saw that post and we decided, you know what, we've always wanted to start a business. It was me and some friends of ours. Okay? So we decided, okay, we've wanted to start a business. Well, our main look at things with the restaurant seniors, we wanted to offer uniqueness, specifically in UB. We said that, okay, most of these places offer the same things, Magbina, La Fresh, which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with them, but also, we also want something unique, we want something new to bring up. So that's what really pushed us to bring forth new, unique, and affordable things.
Yeah. Weren't you a bit skeptical about the business? You're going against Exec, Mugo. These are the places where the students are always going to.
Yeah, definitely. But that goes with any sector you're going into. There will always be a lot of competition. Whether you're going into the product business, you're trying to come up with your drinks, your Coca-Cola there, whatever you're going to do, there'll always be competition. But then the first thing you have to do is look at your markets. You have to see, okay, what can we offer that Mogul, that Exec doesn't offer? What can we bring people? What can make people come to us instead of these places? So that's one of the first things you have to look at. So that's when it came about.
So during the time you started this business, is there any challenges that you've faced ever since you began?
Oh, quite a lot of problems. When we first started, our main issue was logistics because none of us had a car. So stock would finish so quickly. We had to restock every day, sometimes during the day. So transport was a really huge issue. And another issue was that we're students, right? Me and my co-owners were all students. So you can imagine trying to juggle being a full-time student and also being a full-time business owner. That on its own is a huge challenge that you have to learn how to balance things as a student and also as a business owner.
How do you manage to find that balance? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people end up focusing on one side and forget about the other.
Yeah, that is true. But one thing I can mention is that there will have to be sacrifices, and then find ways on how to make up to those sacrifices. I'll give an example. Here, sometimes I had to miss lessons quite a few times because the business is holding me up. So now I have to leave. But then when I get home, I have to make up for missing out those lessons, sleep late at night. So that's part of the sacrifices I'm talking about. So that's my way of balancing things. If I'm left out on something, I'll try and cover up either during the weekend or at night because I was at the shop full time during the day. I'll just attend labs, go back to the shop, attend class. Then when I get home, I'm exhausted, but I know school, I can't leave school behind. So that's what the balancing thing is all about. And also knowing what you want in life. Because I feel like if I know that, okay, I want this business to succeed. And also I want to pass as a student. I have to find a way to make sure that it works. And if you're really determined, it does work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So knowing all that you know now, is there anything you wish you'd done differently, or what's one piece of advice you'd want to give to somebody who wants to go into the same field as you?
Okay. In terms of having done things differently, I don't want that, because I believe the mistakes that have occurred in this business happen for a reason. And I learned a lot from them, and it's mistakes that I know I shouldn't do again. And truth is, if I hadn't done them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. That's just the basic truth. But on one advice I would give for someone is that just go ahead, just go for it. Whatever idea you have, just do it. Literally take that first step, then you see as it goes along.
Mm-hmm. So looking back, before you started your business, what's one thing you wish you knew?
I would say the tenacity it takes to form a business. It really takes a lot of willpower. You hear a lot of times people just say, no, just start a business, saying it so casually. But truth is, not everyone can have a business, or not everyone can be an entrepreneur. Because most of the time, it takes a lot from you. It can take a lot from you physically. It can take a lot from you financially, because sometimes you keep funding. So one thing you need is consistency. And that's one thing I wish I knew before. But I'm also glad I learned about it during,
Yeah. So there was a time where you guys were still based in front of the library. My friend and I were walking by, and we saw the sign that said Oro Points. You guys saw Oro Points. So I'm curious, what's the story behind that?
To be honest, we're just young guys, and we are joking a lot, being brought from TikTok, how it is. So it was like, let's just add something wild on there. It was actually my other co-partner, Seth. He's the one that added it. Just like 10,000 order points for sale for 10,000. Yeah, so it had people laughing and talking about it. So that was the whole point.
Yeah, that's honestly, if I had money like that, I would have probably came and bought them.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you connect with your customers? Because for sure, whenever you have a customer, you always want them to come back.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you connect with your customers on that level?
First thing, one of the things we really focus on as a business is customer service. Because at the end of the day, our business is made by the customers. They are the main shareholders here. So you really have to make sure that your customer is always satisfied, is always happy. First of all, the people selling up front, they have really good customer service. We always try and iterate that they should always be smiling. If there's any issues, just talk to customers properly, and with care. And there's other things that we do. We have our customer review section, which is a form where people can just scan the QR code and give us a review. And I believe customers like that engagement, that, okay, these people want us to tell us the experience about the business. To me, that shows that it shows the care that we're showing to our customers. We also have an Urban Cravings product review, which is a few selects of customers actually. You try out new products. We have a couple of products we're planning on launching soon. So they have they're the first testers of the product before it even goes out there. So to me, that's part of the things that keep customers coming back, because it's like, okay, if our customers love this, if our customers enjoy the tasting and the testing too, it'll definitely bring in engaged customers more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So before starting Urban Cravings, was there any other business you ever wanted to go into? Like, when did you know that Tshepang was meant to be an entrepreneur?
So initially I was a barber. I still have my equipment actually at home. Started off well. At some point I quit, unfortunately, and I still look back and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have quit. But also it's the time in my life where I felt the most alive, because at the next business definitely where I do, if I do it right, then this entrepreneurship stuff was for me for sure.
So I want to talk about your spirituality for a bit. When I asked you who you were, you mentioned that you're a Christian. So I want to know, how is your spirituality, well, your religion, how has it affected your business, or how has it made you choose to make other certain decisions compared to other ones?
Okay. Can you repeat the question again?
Like, how has your spirituality guided you here in business? Because I've seen a book, ad exclusive books. It's called Business. I think it's Business Rules from the Bible. So I'm wondering how your spirituality has affected your business.
Okay. So Christianity, God has really helped me a lot with this business. It was one of the first, when I first started it, it's one of the things I pray about a lot. And I feel like most of the decisions that we've made as a business were just through God helping us to make the right decisions. And also the needs that we've had as a business, sometimes you realize, oh, you don't even know how to be in God. Well, and then somehow things just work out better. Then we're right from there. So it's one of the things that I'll always be grateful for. And I feel like it's also helped to keep me grounded, to make it clear to know how to live around this, because business, like I'm saying, is a very difficult thing to do. But when you have God on your side, it's a bit easier. There's someone you can lean on at all times. So that's how it is for me.
Yeah, it's only as far you can go on your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, you guys are students, right?
Yeah.
Where did you get the capital, like the start of capital to begin this thing in the first place?
Man, what happened was we started the business around book allowance tire. So we just decided, what guys, we need a certain amount to start this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop out on our book allowance and then just start off from there. And then, what's we are off and therefore.
And that's the sacrifice has been set. Oh, 6K to a business. Wow. So what's the end goal with the company?
The goal, which was one of the first objectives we want when we first started this business, was becoming the best restaurant in Botswana. And when we first started, it feels far-fetched, even up to now, that people like, do we up against your KFCs and your whatever restaurants you have in Botswana? But then I feel it's about determination, because as time goes on, I believe the statement will and more. A year ago, I believed that maybe 10%. Then as we keep working and I keep remembering, I want to be the best restaurant in Botswana. So we just keep working towards that. So I believe in 5 years, that's a possibility. So
that's it. I heard you mention that it's you and a few of your friends.
Yeah.
So has there been any point in the business where there's a bit of tension in the group? Because of course being in a group helps because you can rely on each other.
Definitely.
But has there been any points where you guys don't agree on something?
So I feel like disagreements are inevitable when you're in a business, whether in group work, whatever you're doing, because you are two different people who think differently, different opinions. But it's also how you settle those disagreements. That's what really matters. Because disagreements are going to happen one way or another. But it's about, okay, let's sit down, let's talk about it, let's see how we can go about it. If you want to be this in this business, and I want to do this, let's look at the pros and cons of being pro and just settle on it. Remember me to argue. And that's one thing I appreciate my business parents for, is that we know how to deal with these. When we won't have agreements on something, we just thought about it properly and then reach a conclusion. But yeah, we have had altercations, not just as business partners, but also with people indirectly part of the business, your suppliers, your customers. But it comes back to my point of me say it's about our benefits.
Yeah. And where do you see the business in the next, let's say 5 years?
The next 5 years. Yeah, back to my point about me saying being the best restaurant of Botswana. Right now, we plan on opening up another branch somewhere in Gaborone. In due time, we get to, and so things go well. And then as from there, we'll just keep growing, maybe grow internationally. my workspace. Yeah.
Besides your business, do you have any other goals, any aspirations outside of the business?
Okay. So since I'm pursuing my degree in business information systems, I've been developing a love for software development. So just being a dev is one thing I look forward to in the future. And that's about it right now. But my main focus right now is just the business and getting it to be as successful as possible. Okay.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me here.
You can tell people about, you can still give them about your business.
So my business. Okay, so Evan Cravings is a cafe / catering business. We started right here in UB under Business Clinic, which is a foundation for students. They help students out with starting their own businesses or students who already have businesses and want to even take it up. Well, that's that. So they're the ones who've been helping us here at University and UB. And we sell all types of foods, really good food that probably won't find in UB. We have our waffles, we have our milkshakes, mocktails, burgers and fries, cake, scones, hot dogs, ice cream, popcorn, the list goes on, wraps, So our menu is really versatile and broad, whether it's hot or cold, any type of weather there. Whatever you're craving, something salty, something sweet, we have it all. And also, we're not only stationed here in UB, also we defense outside of school. Last 2 months back, we were at R&D on the lawn. So sometimes we have your birthday parties, sometimes we cater those troops, or yeah, that's my business now, sure.
Okay, well, once again, thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure.